Hello and welcome to Make It Monday. I'm Ms. Alexa and I work at the Harold Washington Library Center. And today we're going to take a look at some spooky science kits. These are grab-and-go kits you can find at some of your neighborhood libraries this fall. And the first one is our Light Up Wand Kit. Now we recommend this kit for ages 8 and up because it contains a coin battery and it's all about electricity. So if you pick up this kit, you'll get a coin battery, 2 LEDs, a jumbo craft stick, you'll get 4 pieces of copper tape, just like this, and a binder clip. Now, to complete this kit, you'll also need some tape, a pair of scissors, any kind will do, and something to write with. I have a Sharpie, but you could absolutely use a pencil. Now, the instructions for the light up wands can be found in a video on YouTube, so I invite you to go ahead and look there to see how to make it. But this is what it looks like in the end. Now you can see it's got an LED at the end of this popsicle stick, and it is a circuit, right? So we've got this battery. The battery is our power source. And then the battery touches one of our wires here, right? We've got a wire on the front and we've got a wire on the back, and they go up to our light, right? Our light right here. And this binder clip is our switch. So electricity flows through the wires and goes to the light. And as it flows through the light, it lights it up. Now this is just like a circuit you could find in your house. Like if you have a light bulb in the ceiling and a switch on the wall, there are wires that go through to that light that send the electricity to your light bulb. Of course, the power source is much larger. Now, once you've made this, if you have the kit, you'll find yourself with a couple of extra items. You'll find yourself with an extra LED and 2 extra pieces of copper tape. Now, you can use these to make a project. So you'll need an extra sheet of paper. I've got one over here. And you'll also need to borrow your battery from your light up wand because we only have one battery and we need a power source. And then you'll need a sheet of paper. So I've got my sheet of paper over here and I'm going to take a closer look right here at our sheet of paper. And we're going to set up our circuit. So I like to draw our circuit out first. It really helps. So we're going to take our battery. Yeah, and we're going to trace our battery. Doesn't have to be perfect. We just have to know kind of where it's going to go. And then we're going to draw our circuit. So our circuit is going to come out from the battery in one area, and it's going to go around. Now remember, our copper tape is about 5 inches long, so we don't want to draw it too big. So this part goes here. So when we had our battery, the plus side was up. I don't know if you can see that plus on there. So that means the negative side is down. So the negative side would be touching this part. So we're going to make that negative. Then we're going to write LED, because that's what's up here. You could draw it too. We're going to leave a space, and then we're going to draw the rest of our circuit like this. I'm going to draw it past our battery. So this side is negative, right? This side is positive. This is going to fold over and touch our positive side. This is our positive side. So we write positive, just to remember. And now we have to add in our copper tape. So I'm going to move our battery back. And the copper tape, we're going to peel off the back. We're going to put it down. Now, a really important thing about our copper tape is that we don't want to rip it when we go around the corners. We're going to sort of turn it back. You can see it kind of fold back and then kind of fold back over itself. It doesn't have to be beautiful. It just has to be connected, right? Our electricity has to go through the copper tape. And if it's disconnected, it might not make it through. Now, once we get to here, if it's a little bit long, hopefully you have your scissors used to make the light up wand. We cut that right there. And then we're going to take our other piece of copper tape. We're going to peel it off. And we're going to do the same thing. So we'll start up here, right? This is this side. And we're going to do, right, kind of this fold back. And then you kind of hold on to it and fold it forward. And we just try not to rip it. Now, copper tape is pretty tough because it's metal, which is very cool. Yeah, and metal is very conductive. That's why this works. So we've got our copper tape smoothed down. And now we have to add our LED. Now there's a positive and a negative side to each LED. You can see that the longer leg is currently on the right side. That's the longer leg is our positive side. So I'm going to flip it over, right, because our positives are here. We're going to bend these open. And I have to be a little bit gentle, right, because we could tear the legs completely off the LED. We're going to tape this down to our copper tape. We want to tape it very securely. If we don't, the electricity can't get through. So we're going to tape that down nice and secure, really push it down there. And we're going to tape this side too. Here we go. Press that right down. Now, we're going to add our battery, and we're going to test it. This is the important part, okay? So I said we would use a little switch, and we will. So we're going to try and fold this over. You see how I'm trying to fold and get the copper tape to touch the top? And it works. I'm going to fold this back so we can see it a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. And we're also going to fold it back so the copper tape doesn't touch the other side. Now, what if you tried to make your circuit and it didn't work, right? What if you did this and it didn't light up? There's a couple things that we can check. Now, one thing that I would definitely check is our LED, right? Make sure it's taped down very securely and make sure that the longer end is on the positive side. So if you were having trouble, you could flip your battery and see. So if I flip my battery, you'll notice that it doesn't light up. If I flip it back, it does. Yeah. Now we're going to tape it down, and that's another spot where you can have a problem. If you put too much tape on it, then the copper tape can't touch the battery, right? This top copper tape. So we're going to put it on just a little bit here, and we're going to do that, and it still works. So if you were having a problem, you might try retaping it. So now that we've got that, we can fold our paper closed, and then we get to draw something that we want. So we've been drawing monsters here because this is, after all, the Halloween edition of Make It Monday. And what I usually do is I draw a circle where the battery is, right? Because this is our switch. When I press it down, it turns on. It closes the circuit. So we're going to draw a circle here. There we go. And then we're going to make that 2 eyes. We're going to make that kind of a skeleton nose, a skeleton mouth. Yeah. I'm going to color this one in so I know to touch it. We're going to go like this. Oh yeah, here's our skeleton face. And then the skeleton is having a very Halloween idea, and that's what's lighting up at the top. Now you can draw whatever you like. I made one before this, and you'll see we have a cyclops here with a light up eye. If you really want to poke the LED through, you could take a pencil and just kind of poke a hole in there so the LED pokes through. And whatever monster you want. And you can take a long time drawing. You could do a whole art thing. You could also, you don't have to make this Halloween. You can make a card, a birthday card, a holiday card, anything you want. You could even make different things that switch out on the top to go on top of your circuit. So that is our monster circuit card is what I'm calling this. So you can do that with the bonus materials from your light up one. Now we have a second kit available. So we're going to back out here and take a look at the materials for our air rocket kit. Now our air rocket kit is for kids ages 4 and up, and it contains this air bulb that I'm squeezing right here. It contains a jumbo straw. Now, your straw will be a full-length straw. I already cut my straw up, preparing for this craft. You'll also have 4 pieces of tissue paper, 4 circular pieces, and a bat and owl template. This is a little bat and an owl, and you can cut those out and color them. I prepared mine ahead of time, so we've got our bat and we've got our owl. And to make this, we take some scissors, which we also need. Oh, and we're going to need our tape. And we're obviously going to need something to color these in if you like. And we are going to cut our straw into 4 pieces. So I would recommend cutting it in half and then cutting it in half again. And then we're going to take 1 piece of tissue paper and we're going to crumple it up and place it in our straw. And then we're going to do a really good job of taping it down. And this is really important because our rocket works because of the air. So let me tape this down and then I'll show you how it works. So we're going to tape this so that no air can escape because the air powers our rocket, right? Our air comes out of here. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, moves stuff around. And if we put the straw in here and there's nothing at the end and we shoot the air through, the straw doesn't go anywhere. But if we put something at the end that blocks the air, you know, the compressed air shoots into the straw and has nowhere to go, so it creates the thrust for our rocket to go flying. So this rocket isn't quite complete yet, right? We said we had a bat or an owl. I'm going to take our bat, I'm going to tape it to the straw, take 1 piece of tape and do that. And then we're ready to fly. So I'm going to take this, and when I shoot my air bulb, I want to use 2 hands. Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1. There we go. It flew somewhere, right? Wasn't that amazing? Yeah, it went up a little bit, but I wonder if it could go further. I wonder if we made one with the owl, if it would go further. Now, if you're at home and you've got the bat and the owl, you can try that. In fact, you'll have 4 pieces of straw and 4 pieces of tissue paper, so you can make 4 rockets. And the other 2, you can put on whatever you like. You could add other flying animals. You could add fins to make it look like a rocket. And then you could measure how far they each go. Like, will it go further if I shoot it right at the camera? Well, a little bit further. Now, I will say sometimes it's a little bit hard to squeeze this bulb. You can ask an adult for help, or I like to use the side of my chair here. Oh, that works pretty well. So this is our air rocket. It's super fun. You can play with it again and again and again and see how far you can get your air rocket to go. Thank you so much for watching this edition of Make It Monday. Tune in next week at 4 p.m. on Monday for another Make It Monday. And if you want these kits, please stop into your neighborhood branch and see if they've got them for you this Halloween.